Crystal's video metadata analyzer is one of those tools we created out of necessity because we couldn't find one on the market. And what we're looking at here is an example of where we have a SCTE 104 message indicated by the blue vertical bar, and that message defines a splice point, a segment boundary in the future, which is represented by the green bar. And in the uncompressed world, a lot of video will have a time code associated with each frame that increments. And when you change out video, you go from programming to advertising, that time code will reset. And there's a jump or shift in the time code. What we've seen with this particular sample video is the time code shift did occur very close to the splice point, but it was still 12 frames off. Well, 12 frames is almost a half a second. So if it's off before compression, I'm assuming it's going to be off after compression.
Yeah, absolutely. The compression system will follow the timing of the input thing. So you have to know that there's something wrong so you can go back in and fix the automation system, because what we've been able to do by putting these markers in precisely on the money, on the frame, is you can enable all sorts of downstream functionality. So if I want to create a VOD file from my linear television stream, today, believe it or not, that's mostly done manually. So if someone's going to sit in front of a terminal, they're going to find the precise point in the video where the change occurs, and they're going to cut, and they're going to create a file. If you want to automate that, you've got to signal using SCTE 104 exactly where that frame is. And you also have to signal additional metadata about what is that event. So what's the program? So the classic example that I like to give is the C3 VOD files. So when the Nielsen C3 VOD ratings, if you watch the program online 72 hours, up to 72 hours after it's originally aired, the ratings credit count as if it was watched live. And so those files are very valuable because they increase the ratings and therefore they increase the potential ad revenue. But they're created manually today, and it would take hours to produce those files. So if by signaling the exact start, telling them what the program is, when that program begins to air, because it never really starts at 9 o'clock. UPG says it starts at 9 o'clock, but it doesn't always start at 9 o'clock. It can start a few seconds after 9, or even a few minutes after 9. The system would automatically wait. It would start on the first frame, it would record the file, it would end, and it automatically creates the file and sends it. Now, that's enabled only because you've signaled when those frames are.